Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Sarah Speaks podcast, the podcast where we learn, lead, grow, live with intention, and dive into the world of business, motivation, and transformation. I am your host, Sarah Esangbedu Ajose Adiogun, and today, as part of our Winning Big in 2025 series, we'll be delving into a topic that is fundamental and really close to my heart: balancing dreams and responsibilities. Yes, in management school today, we talk a lot about work-life balance. How do you balance your work? How do you balance your life? In this podcast, we'll be talking about how you balance your dreams and balance your responsibilities in such a way that you live a balanced life while also investing and living the life of your dreams. Living today for tomorrow. So, grab a cup of coffee, take a comfortable seat, or if you like, a cup of water or tea, and let's dive right in. For many of us, life often feels like it's a tightrope. We are walking a tightrope. We really cannot afford to make any mistakes, because one mishap and we go crashing down. That's what life feels like. But really, should it be like that? We are balancing a lot of things. Many of us are balancing businesses, parenthood, careers, families, a lot of things we need to juggle, and we need to stay stable and afloat. How can we get that done? When also thinking about how we actualize those ideas in our head that are begging for expression in our lives. A quagmire, you call it, an opportunity really to impact our world for good. And I'll tell you today that balancing is not about perfection. It is about prioritization. It is about perseverance. And it is about self-compassion, knowing that you matter. As much as your dreams and responsibilities are pulling you in different directions, you matter. And you need to have that balance to be able to deliver on your aspirations as well as your responsibilities. Let's begin with this powerful quote from Jana Kingsford. And she says, balance is not something you find, it's something you create. Step by step, decision by decision, choice by choice, you create the balance that you need to have a full and prosperous life. You have your aspirations and you have your obligations. Are they in contention? Is it aspiration versus obligation? We all have dreams. Some is starting a business, some is writing a book, some is learning to drive a car, some is going back to school to have that PhD, or even just saving up to go for a vacation. It doesn't matter what that dream is. What we need to realize is that our dreams do not exist in a vacuum. It exists side by side with our responsibilities and our ability to prioritize. Our ability to make the right choices is what will create that balance that we require in our lives. Those dreams are existing side by side with the responsibilities of raising your children, of having a great marriage, working at having a great marriage, about managing your finances, working in your job, progressing in your career, paying your bills. All of these things exist side by side. Let me share a quick story. I once mentored a young woman, Titi, a very gifted fashion designer. And she had this burning dream. She wanted to start her own label. Titi was gifted. If Titi made something for you, the finishing, the seams, the sewing, the cuts, everything perfect. But she had responsibilities. She was the primary caregiver for her aged, sick parents. For years, Titi was trapped in tension. She felt that if she gave time to her business, because Titi was looking at excellence in every stitch, she had to put in time and effort into getting it right. And she felt that that time she was not getting enough time to care for her aged parents. So she felt they were neglected, that she wasn't giving back. When she focused on her dreams, she was frustrated. When she did not, she was frustrated. How do you live like that? Titi was able to overcome this tension, this challenge, this guilt she felt when we were able to get her to realize that her dream did not need to exist outside of her responsibilities. All she needed to do was create a rhythm, create a pattern in such a way that she could balance her life and not feel guilty that she was neglecting one for the other. I had another mentee who was a primary caregiver of her sick mom, and she had a fantastic career, which she gave up because she felt that she needed to be there for her mom. She was the first daughter. She just needed her. The mom had given up everything for her and her siblings. She couldn't let her mom suffer. She just needed to be there for her mom. And I told her, you don't need to be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get a helper. You can get nurses. You can work. Invest in your dreams. Get the resources required. Collaborate with your siblings and create the atmosphere and the life that you want for your mom. Don't give up on your life because your mom is sick, she's getting old, and suddenly you find out that you lose your mom, and then you have given up on your dreams and your career for the last 10 years. Where do you go from there? There must be a balance. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 tells us that to everything there is a time and a season. God's words are not idle. It means that there is a season for everything, every situation in your life. Balance begins when we realize that life is made up of seasons. We can begin to live today to meet our responsibilities while working to achieve and birth our dreams, our aspirations. That is why it is said that little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Rome was not built in a day. We need to do it precept upon precept, step by step, ensuring that we are living our best life today while putting in the effort to deliver the dream of our future. Let me tell you something. Prioritization is key. Many people are busy because they have not prioritized their tasks. When you prioritize, you will find out that you have enough time to give to your task that will deliver on your responsibilities while also working to deliver on your aspirations. Jesus modeled this so beautifully. He had the greatest task that mankind could ever have: salvation to mankind. And yet he found time to withdraw, go into his secret place, to spend time with God, to deliver and gather the strength that will enable him go through the crucifixion experience, defeat the enemy, and deliver mankind from sin and shame. Luke chapter 5 verse 16 tells us that he withdrew from the crowd to pray. He knew when he needed to rest. He knew when he needed to go forward. He knew when he needed to stop and take a deep breath. And each and every one of us needs to learn the art of prioritization. It is key if you will succeed. On a daily basis, ask yourself, what is important and what is urgent? Because a lot of time, we waste so much time on the things that are urgent and we leave the things that are important to get done behind. We must ask ourselves, and that will be the basis of prioritization of our task for that day. We must ask ourselves, what is essential and what can wait? Because at times, some of the things we think are urgent can actually wait because there are more important things that will enable us not only deliver for today, but create the foundation and the platform that we need to deliver for tomorrow and for the long term. Those decisions are key. We must know what is important. We must know what is urgent. We must know what to prioritize, and we must know what to deprioritize if we will be able to balance our dreams and our responsibilities. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 27 tells us, prepare your work outside. Get everything ready for yourself in the field. And after that, build your house. Prepare your work outside. Get everything that you need ready in the field. And after that, build your house. He's telling us that you must have a plan. You must prioritize what is important and when to do it. Because it is only then that you will be able to deliver a balanced life. This scripture is divine wisdom on sequence, on order, on prioritization, on planning. We need to get it right. Sometimes we think we need to just run full speed into our dream. It needs to happen now. I need to be doing something. I need to, at times, the place of planning, the place of silence, the place of incubation is as important as the place of birthing. So yes, progress might be slow, but consistency is key. Never giving up. Doing what needs to be done consistently to ensure that you deliver. Little by little, the bird builds its nest. What are you doing every day to deliver on your dream? Consistency is key. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Rome was not built in a day. And Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 encourages us. We must not grow weary in well-doing. Don't get tired of doing the right thing. Don't get tired of moving according to your plan. Don't get tired of prioritizing your task every day, because consistency is what builds success. Steady course, one step at a time, one chapter at a time, 1 kilometer at a time, one class a semester, one client a week. Keep going. Keep plodding on. Keep believing in your vision. Keep believing in yourself. Keep balancing your life. Keep balancing your dreams and your responsibilities, ensuring that you are seen as a responsible person, doing what it takes every day, excellently, diligently, and success will surely reveal itself in due course and at the appropriate time. When you are balancing your dreams and responsibilities, yes, there will be challenges along the way. Life will throw you curveballs. Things will not work as you planned. Resilience is key. You must keep failing forward, rising up, and keep moving, running and not stopping. Because at times, the frustration is strongest when you are at the edge of your breakthrough. Let me tell us a short story about Elon Musk. When he started SpaceX, almost all the voices he heard were negative voices. SpaceX, how crazy can one man be? When he believed that space travel was possible, it looked like a crazy idea. He looked like a madman, but he put in his efforts. He put in his time. His first space launch crashed. The second one crashed. The third one crashed. He was at the edge of breakthrough. His investment advisors called him. You need to give up. This your dream is impossible to achieve. People called him. You must be mad to think you can achieve this. Who do you think you are? This idea, it is crazy. But because he had a dream, because he believed in himself, because he believed in the power of continuously trying and failing forward, SpaceX is a successful enterprise today. If he had given up after the third space launch, we wouldn't have the story of SpaceX to talk about today. So yes, life throws curveballs at you when your idea is groundbreaking. But the man that will succeed is the one that will never give up, knowing that if I try one more time, just maybe that success that I need is around the corner. Because the night is darkest just before dawn. And we must always realize that. That is the fact of life. And we must understand something. Through the curveballs, through the challenges, you are not failing. You are learning. You are growing. You are evolving. You are becoming better every day. You are knowing more every day than you knew yesterday. And Psalm 103 verse 13 to 14 reminds us that as a father has compassion for his children, So does God our Father have compassion for those who fear him. He knows we were formed and he remembers we are dust. He will not leave us. He understands our limitations. And as we look up to him in the journey of life, through the challenges, through the issues, through the curveballs, holding on to him, his compassion will find us and give us grace to continue. But we also need to give ourselves grace, knowing that yes, it might be tough, but we are stronger than that situation. We can do it and we keep trying until we get it right. Not trying by beating the wind, but trying by what I would call a focused strategic trying, learning, eliminating options so that we can get to our goal. So we must plan, we must prepare, we must understand that we are not infallible, we are human. We must look at every situation, understand the peculiarities of that situation, and develop solutions that meet our requirement for that situation. I'll use a simple example. I had a colleague whose husband always insisted on eating freshly cooked food every day. Many of us would have said, what's wrong with him? Why would he want to eat freshly cooked food every day? He knows I work. He works and I work. But she did not do that. She just looked at it and said, this is another challenge. And I can do this. And you know what she did? She does all her preparation over the weekend. And weekdays, I think her food even gets prepared faster than those people who are warming food. Because she has prepared everything. She just comes from work and she mixes it or gets, the maid to mix it, brings out the vegetables, and the dinner is ready. She did not look at the situation based on the challenges. I'm not saying it's right to say you only eat fresh food when you are not, helping in the kitchen. But what I want us to look at is the fact that she looked for a solution. She did not look at the challenge. And that is what we must all do. Innovate through whatever challenge or curveball that the world throws at us. Don't look at that situation from the lens of your neighbor or the lens of your parents or the lens of the world. Look at it from the lens of your particular situation and develop a solution based on your own peculiar situation, because only then will you have the confidence to move forward and to succeed. Your dreams and your responsibilities are not in competition. In fact, it is a collaboration. They are partners in your growth. When you nurture your dreams, it gives you this sense of fulfillment. That fulfillment spills into how you show up in your responsibilities. And when you honor your responsibility, you build character and strength that fuels your dreams. So you see, it is a closely knit circle. You nurture your dreams, you become fulfilled. That fulfillment drives how you show up in your responsibilities. And when you meet your responsibilities, it creates the character and the confidence that enables you to move forward and nurture your dreams. So you see that it's not in contention, it is in collaboration. Because focusing on delivering on your dreams while at the same time meeting your responsibilities is what we call a fully rounded life that will deliver the success, that will deliver the impact, that will deliver the life that we all desire, that we all look at in the life of successful people and we envy them. Because if they gave up on their dreams only to meet their responsibilities, they will live a normal life, a mediocre life. But we look up to them, we celebrate their successes because they dared not to give up on their dreams, because they were focusing on their responsibilities for today. And a final reminder, Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 tells us, I can do all things through Christ. Yes, as a Christian, we can do all things. We can juggle the balls of life, show up in our responsibilities, and hold on to our dreams. Because we know that we have the power. We are created after the master planner, after the master creator. So yes, while I'm meeting my responsibilities today, I can create the world that I dream of, that I see in my eyes and my vision, that might not be a reality to other people, but that is what I see in my dreams when I close my eyes at night. It is a reality to me. I can feel it, I can almost touch it. And I know that as I put in the effort, as I begin to give it the time that it requires, I will create it. I will bet it. And I will succeed. Because our ability to create the future that we see in our mind's eye is what determines the altitude of our success. Let us remember that we are not alone. We must walk this path with God and the helpers that He has created in our path. There are people that have been sent into our lives to support us to deliver on our mandate, deliver on our dreams. We must harness that help for benefits. And the balance you seek, the balance we all look for, it is not out there. The message today is that you need to create that balance. Decision by decision. Choice by choice. Habit by habit. With intention, with wisdom, and with courage. Thank you for joining me on Sarah Speaks. If this episode resonated with you, if you've been struggling with meeting your responsibilities and betting your vision and your dreams, know that you are not alone. But greatness beckons in our dreams. And it takes courage, it takes wisdom, it takes perseverance, it takes effort to bet it. And only those who continue to move despite the challenges of life will reach the altitude of success that our ideas and our dreams can deliver for us. If you know someone that is struggling with balancing, share this video with them. Like, comment. Let's hear from you. And much more than that, let's all continue to put in the effort that will enable all of us to win big together in 2025. Because when I get to that altitude, I want to look back, I want to look forward, I want to look around me and see you all there with me. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and until our next episode of Sarah Speaks, this is Sarah Esangbedo Ajose Adiogun saying, stay grounded, stay motivated, stay graceful, and most especially, start growing. Thank you.